and our keynote speaker of this program, Miss.Vanessa O Brien. I have some notes regarding her. Please allow me to. Miss.Vanessa O Brien is a British-American mountaineer, explorer, author, advocate, and speaker. She is the first woman to reach extremes on land, sea, and air, the explorer's extreme trifecta. She recently was in space with suborbital spaceflight. She is also the author of To the Greatest Heights. She has held 5 Guinness World Records in 6. Okay, I have mentioned 5. Sorry, I apologize. In first, fastest, deepest, farthest, and oldest category. First woman to reach Earth's highest Mount Everest and deepest point, Challenger Deep. Fastest woman to climb the 7 summits in 295 days. First person to reach the farthest Chimborazo and nearest to Earth's core. First woman to complete the 4 Poles Challenge, Mount Everest, Challenger Deep, and skiing the last degree to both the North and South Poles. First female to set a speed record to complete the Explorer's Grand Slam, 7 summits plus skiing the last degree to North and South Poles in 11 months. The 8th female to do so. Submitted 5 of 14 8,000-meter peaks, including become the first American or British female to successfully summit K2, the second tallest mountain, and many other titles and recognition. Our keynote speaker will be speaking on reaching my greatest heights in Nepal. Please, ma'am, you have floor.
Thank you very much to the Honorable Council, who's moving but is now there. Our distinguished guests, sponsors, and friends of Nepal, it's a pleasure to be here. While others will speak of Nepal's hospitality and culture, I am here to tell a tale of the ultimate pilgrimage, one that no highland trekker should miss, and that is Nepal. Nepal has the largest concentration of towering mountains, deep gorges, and breathtaking glaciers, which, once seen on a trek, can offer serenity and peace unlike no others. I am who I am because I trekked in Nepal. Who would have imagined then an unemployed businesswoman, me, attempting Mount Everest only to find herself a decade later humbled by what the mountains in Nepal would teach her? I would not be who I am had I not trekked in Nepal. That is because mountaineering is primarily trekking. Trekking is available to the young, the old, the rich, the poor, the wise, and the foolish. Any nationality can participate, and they do. Trekking is one of the best forms of exercise, and you can choose whatever level of difficulty suits you. From a 2-hour stroll in the Kathmandu Valley to the Lashitapsa Pass between Khumbu and Rolling, which Ed Hillary described as one of the most formidable mountaineering challenges in his life. Being good for the heart, trekking is also good for the soul, as friendships are formed and limitations are tested. Throughout a journey, one never knows whose feet will blister, whose cough becomes congested, whose lips get sunburnt, whose Nalgene bottle runs out of water, or who will be in most need of help. At the turn of a trail, the strongest can switch places with the weakest, and anyone can find themselves playing the part of a good Samaritan, just like that, by someone misstepping sideways on their foot. Such is the beauty of a trek, the great leveler, the ability for anyone to be vulnerable, to share one's experiences, hopes, fears, and dreams, knowing that each journey is unique, just as everyone gets wet in the rain. New paths ahead open doors, while other paths ahead close chapters. Like a river flowing towards an open sea, we can only flow in one direction. We cannot go back in time. Nature is always teaching us about ourselves, and the more we are willing to endure, the more we can heal. Our vulnerabilities become our strengths, and any sacrifices we make will be repaid. When we trek, we understand that Mother Nature is in charge. And as our teacher, we learn from her the importance of having patience and to only focus on the things we can control. In life, we cannot fail unless we give up. Next time we think of famous treks, like the Camino de Santiago, with its 2 UNESCO heritage sites, or even the Appalachian Trail, I want us to think of a third trekking trail instead. With Nepal's land made up of 75% of mountain terrain, Nepal should be the first place that comes to mind when we Google the ultimate trekking pilgrimage. The ultimate pilgrimage for the highland trekker has to be the Great Himalayan Trail, stretching from Kanchenjunga in the east to Hilsa in the west. The Great Himalayan Trail has 2 options: a 1,700-kilometer high trail, which takes up to 150 days, or a lower trail, which takes a good 100 days. Having solidified some of my best friendships in Nepal, gained wisdom about patience and control while hiking in the mountains, and reimagined myself to become the explorer I am today, I hope you will join me in reimagining yourself in Nepal. Jai Nepal.